Su-35 vs F-22 Raptor, Stealth, Speed, and Superiority. Exploring the capabilities and competing technical differences of the Su-35 vs F-22 Raptor fighters in combat. Su-35 vs F-22 Raptor. The Su-35, an underestimated threat to air supremacy. The Su-35, derived from the Su-27 of the 1980s, represents a not fully understood threat in modern air warfare. Despite being an evolution of the Su-27, this aircraft exhibits characteristics that place it in a higher category, almost bordering on the fifth generation. Its speed stands out, comparable to Mach 2.35, similar to the F-22, and its supercruise capacity allows high speeds to be maintained without resorting to afterburning, a crucial parameter in air combat. The stealth aspect of the Su-35, while not completely stealthy, displays certain radar cross-section reduction characteristics. Its slightly rounded fuselage and mixed wing design minimize sharp contours and angles, reducing response to enemy radar. Although it somewhat resembles the F-22, its stealth properties are not directly comparable. Su-35 vs F-22 Raptor, Technical and Weapons. Introduced in 2014, the Su-35 likely integrates numerous next-generation improvements in terms of weaponry, detection, avionics, and mission systems, including electronic warfare, EU. According to the Russian newspaper Hobokshin BNK, this fighter maintains a thrust-to-weight ratio higher or close to that of the F-22, with a figure of 1.30 compared to 1.18 or 1.37 for the F-22 with round nozzles, according to data from the Russian Defense Forum. Although there is an apparent deficit in this ratio for the F-22, its ability to achieve a ratio of 1.37 with round nozzles indicates significant technical parity. In this context, the F-22 is frequently described as a shoot first and kill first aircraft, highlighting its ability to anticipate and react quickly in aerial combat. The central question remains, which of these two advanced fighters would prevail in a direct confrontation, considering both their technical specifications and the expertise of their pilots? Su-35 vs F-22 Raptor, Combat Capabilities. When examining the technical parameters of the Su-35 and F-22, a close competition in terms of capabilities stands out. Although the Su-35 is positioned as an underrated threat in the air supremacy theater, the F-22 maintains its status as one of the world's best air supremacy fighters. However, the reality of air combat is that, beyond technical specifications, the determining factor often lies in the pilot's skill and ability to adapt and react effectively under combat conditions. Ultimately, the debate over which aircraft would prevail in air-to-air combat remains open, with valid arguments on both sides. The answer to this question, intrinsically linked to the continued evolution of air combat technology and tactics, may not be definitive, but continued analysis of its capabilities and performance offers a fascinating insight into the current state of air warfare. Su-35 vs F-22 Raptor, Superiority in Mission and Weapon Systems. In the technical comparison between the Su-35 and the F-22, the decisive difference could lie in the mission systems, weapons targeting, and detection and computing capabilities. These technical aspects suggest a possible obsolescence of the traditional concept of air combat. Exemplifying this change, the F-35 demonstrates that it can dominate air warfare without necessarily engaging in direct combat thanks to its advanced computing and detection systems. This capability has been demonstrated in exercises such as Red Flag, where the F-35 has demonstrated its ability to detect and neutralize enemy aircraft without being discovered. In addition, improvements have been made to the F-22's radar-absorbent coding and communication capabilities, allowing effective interaction with other aircraft, including the F-35 and fourth-generation fighters. These advances not only increase their lethality but also their resistance to attempts at enemy interference. The revolution of manned and unmanned systems in air warfare. Su-35. A critical aspect of the possible air superiority of fighters lies in the integration of manned and unmanned systems. The U.S. Air Force has made notable progress in this area, developing the F-22's ability to control drones from the cockpit, thus expanding its detection, range, and attack capabilities. Reports from the TASS agency suggest that Russia is also developing similar capabilities, although apparently not to the same level as the U.S. Air Force. Conclusion. The conclusion that emerges from the analysis between the Su-35 and the F-22 is that, beyond the specific abilities of each aircraft, air superiority could depend on the integration and effectiveness of sensors, weapon systems, and combat strategies. Although the Su-35 may be more threatening than commonly recognized, the F-22 remains a formidable competitor thanks to its constant improvements and adaptations to the modern needs of air warfare. This analysis not only highlights the importance of technology and innovation in air supremacy but also the need to understand how these tools fit into a broader operational context. The true measure of these aircraft lies not only in their individual capabilities but in how these capabilities are amalgamated within overall military strategy and tactics. In conclusion, although the debate over which of these fighters would prevail in combat remains open, the constant evolution of air combat technology and tactics suggests that the answer to this question is always in flux, offering a dynamic and ever-changing landscape of modern air warfare. Thanks for watching.